Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reacting to The Last of Us Season 2 teaser, which dropped within a video that Max threw out about every single upcoming show that's going to be coming out on their streaming service. So, the one I really want to talk about is The Last of Us Season 2 because it's the longest teaser and it's the one that looks great. So, let's get into it. Here we go.
Did you hurt her?
That looks stripped from the game. That looks great.
Then what?
Ellie's got her tattoo.
What did you do?
So much of this looks just like the game. Oh, that was Abby.
I saved her.
Whoa. So that was the teaser trailer for The Last of Us Season 2, but this is not only going to be a reaction video to the teaser, it's going to be a breakdown of the teaser because of just how short it was. So let's get into my thoughts and what I saw from the trailer. So first off, that opening shot was stripped straight from the game. I've played both The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2. I think they're both masterpieces in games. I know that a lot of people didn't particularly like The Last of Us Part 2 for one reason, that people just choose to say that it makes the whole game bad, which is just nonsense. The game is amazing. And I think the way that this season so far is replicating the beauty of The Last of Us Part 2 is really great, because I know that the creators behind The Last of Us series, like the TV show, really wanted to separate it from the game, but also keep it very familiar. Like in the first season, we got pretty much the exact same storyline. Like nothing was really changed with the storyline, but there were a few things changed with how characters were treated, or, you know, just the character dynamics were a little bit changed too. Just very little things. And what I can appreciate about the show is that it really does capture the beauty of the Last of Us games. And so far with this little teaser, even within that first shot, it really is replicating what Season 2 did so well, or Part 2 did so well. Then in the very next shot, we have Ellie's tattoo covering her scar, which, by the way, her scar looks far more gnarly than it did in the first season, but that might be because there is a tattoo covering it. But yes, that is the tattoo that Ellie does have when she gets older. So in the very next shot, we have our first look at Catherine O'Hara's character, who is actually an original character because she's playing Joel's therapist. Joel did not have a therapist in Part 2. Joel barely had any screen time in Part 2. But what I am loving so much about this is that in Season 1 of The Last of Us, they really dove deeper into Joel's character. Like I said, they really wanted to keep it similar, but also very different from the game, so that it didn't feel like we were just watching everything that happened in the game in live action. But in Season 1, they really gave Joel more of a character, because as we know, his daughter, 20 years before any of this, the pandemic and all that stuff happened, he lost his daughter, and they don't really talk about it a whole lot in the games, but or Joel's PTSD from it. But in Season 1, they really did a good job with Joel's character, giving him more of a reason to be depressed and more of a journey and goal when it comes to having to take care of Ellie's character. The next shot is of Ellie screaming bloody murder, and I'm actually not sure what this could be, because like with Catherine O'Hara's character, this is not in the game. This is completely new to her character, and I have no idea. She has some sort of gauze or whatever you would call that around her chest, so I'm not necessarily or 100% positive as to what this could be, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next, we have a shot of Tommy shooting at a bunch of clickers running at the gate of Jackson, which, as we know, unlike in the game, Jackson was introduced to us in Season 1 rather than introducing it to us in Season 2, and that's where they are all staying now. Next, we have a shot of Scars in the forest at night, which, as you know, if you've played Last of Us Part 2, this is a pretty scary mission where Abby is taken hostage and has to fight a bunch of Scars as well as stay alive from runners and clickers. But after we see the Scars, we do get to see Isabella Merced's character as Dena. But if you go back to Last of Us Season 1, there is a scene of someone that resembles Dena when Joel and Ellie first get to Jackson.
What?
What's wrong with you?
What about her manners?
Now, it was never confirmed or denied if that was Dena or not, but it was very particular that Ellie sort of had that connection with that character. And to be honest, kind of looked a lot like Dena. But Isabella Merced plays Dena in season 2, and maybe that was Dena, but they wanted to get a more well-known actress to play the role. Next, we have Jeffrey Wright, who is reprising his role as Isaac Dixon, which, in all honesty, is just perfect casting. They did something similar in season 1 where Merle Dandridge returned as Marlene because she did voice the character and motion capture in The Last of Us Part 1. So it was really cool seeing her return as that character as well. But in a very blink it and you'll miss it shot, but you definitely didn't miss it because you're so excited about The Last of Us Season 2 that you're obviously looking at this trailer piece by piece like me. But we do see Caitlin Dever as Abby in a very quick shot that is almost mirroring the exact same scene from The Last of Us Part 2. Which, if you know, this shot comes right before some pretty gnarly stuff. And at the very end of this teaser, we have a shot of Joel shedding one tear saying,
"I saved her."
In this scene, he is talking to his therapist, played by Catherine O'Hara, and I'm really liking how they, like I said, are giving Joel more of that character development in which he has to deal with the decisions that he's making. In which here, he's dealing with the fact that he did that one decision to keep Ellie alive, and it's kind of destroying him. But anyway, some quick thoughts about this teaser. I am very excited for The Last of Us Season 2. I believe that The Last of Us Season 1 is without question one of the greatest video game adaptations ever. It truly is masterful in the way that it somehow resembles the game, but also is very different. And I can respect that a hell of a lot more than some of the stuff that we're getting. Mostly, I'm very excited to see Caitlin Dever as Abby. Anyways, that'll be the end of this video. I hope that you are excited about The Last of Us Season 2 as much as I am. I don't know if that's even possible because I am very excited. And I'm curious, what are you most excited to see in The Last of Us Season 2? Let me know in the comments below. That brings you to the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate every single one of you. And remember, your movie moment is right around the corner. See you in the next video.